Okay, so let's start out with a little bit of a recording here. First of all, if your instructor is very nice, when you're in Word document, they will go into review mode here. They will go under tracking. They will then indicate that they want to track the document, which means any corrections that they make, they'll put in the document, you'll be able to see it. And if you put all markup, it'll show everything. Sometimes all markup can be a little overwhelming. So sometimes just putting it into simple markup just leaves lines, like what you can see here on this document at the top. You'll see some red lines over here indicating that there was some editorial revisions that were made there. Additionally, your instructors may go through and add a comment throughout the document, giving you feedback. When you get your document and it's all finished and you've got it and you want to clean it up before you send it to somebody, then you want to go back into review mode. And how you do this is you make sure that your tracking is turned off, and then you start accepting. So if your instructor's kind and helps you out and does some of the work for you, they may do grammar or editorial revisions on your document or add sentences. You're going to go through and you're going to start accepting those. And as you start accepting them, it'll work its way through the document. As you can see what's happening here, as I go through and accept those revisions. Go back to tracking. You can reject them. You can go to the next or previous one just to see what kind of suggestions or revisions were made on your document. You might agree or might not. It's a great way to work on a document together. So we're going to go through and we're just going to accept. And what happens is as you accept this, then when you go to forward this to somebody else, it comes through as all clean. If you do not go through and accept the revisions and you leave them as is, it may look clean to you. For example, what you might see is no markup. And that's what the document will look like to you. But to the person you emailed it to, they're more likely going to see it in simple markup mode. And they're going to see things like this, where comments were left. And they'll be able to see the comments that were made. You might not want them to see the comments. They're going to see red marks indicating revisions. And when they go to all markup, oops, sorry there, let's try this again. All markup, they're going to be able to see all the things that were put in there. Let's see if I can find it. There. So see in purple, you can see all these revisions that were made. And I don't think you want them to see that or the comments that might be left by your instructors. Okay. So for example, I'm going to go back to tracking. I'm going to go to previous and I'm going to accept that. And that cleans it up. Goes to the very next one. I'm going to accept that, and we'll work our way through accepting and cleaning. The next one that you want to do is you want to look at the comments. I don't think you want a whole lot of comments left in your document when you're submitting it for professional. So you go to next, make sure that your comments have been cleaned up, and then simply delete them. Go to the next one, delete it. And once you have accepted all your tracking changes here, and once you've gone through and accepted all the comments here and deleted them, then your document will be clean. You'll save it, and that's the one you want to send. Hope this helps.